Hey everyone. Welcome back to the Soul Harmony channel. Hope you're all doing amazing today. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Fog hangs heavy as Reeve Calder's car enters Blackridge Hollow, the town deserted and lost in swirling mist. The headlights cut through the dense fog, barely illuminating the deserted streets of Blackridge. Reeve parks near the silent sheriff's station, the only building visible in the ghostly fog. Icy tendrils of fog swirl around Reeve as he steps out of the car, enveloping him in the eerie silence. The mist thickens, obscuring the town as Reeve stands alone. A lone figure, swallowed by the night. At the sheriff's station, Mara Vance stands tall, her raven hair a stark contrast to her dark trench coat. A grim expression etches lines on her face, hinting at the gravity of her mission. Her piercing gaze sweeps over the scene, assessing, calculating. She steps forward, her voice cutting through the air with authority. Reeve, I presume? I'm Vance. We need to talk about the witness, she declares, her words a promise of relentless pursuit. Under the harsh interrogation light, Elias Thorne's sunken eyes dart nervously, his thin frame swallowed by the chair. A glass eye reflects the stark light, unblinking, as shadows lengthen across his face. He shifts, a subtle dance of anxiety, as the silence in the room intensifies, thick with unspoken accusations. The dim light casts long, distorted shadows, turning the room into a stage for his inner turmoil. Each tick of the clock amplifies the heavy atmosphere, a prelude to the questions that hang in the air. His hands tremble slightly, betraying a deeper unease beneath the surface. Under the sterile glow of fluorescent lights, Reeve and Mara lean in, their focus sharp in the windowless interrogation room. Elias shifts, a haunted look in his eyes as he speaks of visions and victims. I have seen the next victim, Elias whispers, his voice barely audible. A chilling silence descends as the weight of Elias's words hangs heavy in the air. The fluorescent lights hum, a constant drone to the growing dread. It is Mara herself, Elias declares, his gaze locking onto Mara with unsettling certainty. Inside the precinct, Mara's palpable anxiety fills the air as she relentlessly paces back and forth. Reeve observes Mara, his expression a mask of thoughtful consideration as he watches her agitation. Reeve speaks, his words hanging in the air. Maybe you've unknowingly uncovered something. Elias interjects, his voice laced with urgency. The killer knows Mara is investigating him. Mara stops pacing, her eyes widening with dawning horror as the implications sink in. The weight of the revelation crushes down on Mara and Reeve, the precinct air growing thick with dread. At the sheriff's station, Elias gestures urgently as Mara checks her pocket, a flicker of confusion crossing her face. Her fingers brush against something cold and unexpected. A glass eye emerges, reflecting the harsh fluorescent light. A strangled scream tears from Mara's throat as she recoils, the grotesque object clattering to the floor. Reeve's face pales, horror dawning in his eyes as the chilling realization hits him. Their defenses have been breached. Under the harsh fluorescent lights, Mara stands resolute. Reeve's urgent gestures fill the air as he pleads, It's too dangerous, Mara. You can't. Mara's unwavering gaze meets his. I'm continuing the investigation. I have to, she insists, her voice firm despite the danger. The fluorescent lights flicker ominously above them. Darkness descends as the lights fail, plunging the precinct into oppressive shadows. Inside the sheriff's station, Reeve grabs a flashlight, its beam cutting through the dimness as he urgently calls out for Mara. A faint, rhythmic tapping echoes from the depths of the hallway, a haunting sound like glass against stone. His flashlight casts long, dancing shadows as Reeve advances cautiously, his senses on high alert. Each tap seems to draw him deeper into the unknown, the suspense building with every echoing sound. The air is thick with anticipation as he closes in on the source, the beam of light trembling slightly in his hand. In the sheriff's station hallway, Mara appears silently behind Reeve, her face etched with urgency. She whispers, her voice a bare thread of warning. Don't move. Her eyes dart around, a silent plea for caution in the sterile environment. Mara's words cut through the air. I found another glass eye in your coat pocket. Her intense gaze conveys a chilling revelation. The killer is inside this building. Inside the sheriff's station, Reeve and Mara strain against a heavy cabinet, barricading the evidence room door. Silence descends, thick with unspoken dread, as they reinforce their hasty defense. Worried glances are exchanged. A silent plea for answers hangs in the tense air. Where is Elias? Reeve's voice cracks the silence, laced with urgency. Where the hell is Elias? Mara responds, her voice trembling slightly. I don't know. He should have been here by now. In the evidence room, Mara confronts Elias, her intense gaze piercing through his fear. Elias trembles, his eyes wide with terror as he stammers. The killer wants her eyes next. Reeve's jaw tightens with fury. He grabs Elias by the shoulders, his grip firm and demanding. Reeve's voice is a low growl. Tell me the killer's identity. Mara watches, her expression unyielding, waiting for Elias to break and reveal the truth. In the stark evidence room, Elias ceases trembling, his body stilled. A strange, unnatural smile slowly creeps across Elias's face, a disturbing mask forming. The air thickens with unspoken dread as Elias breaks the silence. Elias's voice, chillingly calm, cuts through the tension. "I am the killer." The room falls silent, Mara and Reeves stunned as the confession hangs heavy in the air. Elias's body writhes against the restraints, a grotesque dance of unnatural twitches and contortions in the sterile room. His eyes bulge, reflecting sheer terror as he claims he was watching them even before they arrived. Tension escalates as the air crackles with unseen energy, hinting at an imminent, violent eruption. A shelf explodes behind Elias, a chaotic burst of glass and scattered evidence filling the air. The room descends into pandemonium as the shattered remnants of order rain down around the convulsing Elias. Inside the sheriff's evidence room, Mara urgently pulls Reeve behind a metal counter. Dusty boxes fill the room, the air heavy with forgotten secrets. Reeve whispers, his voice trembling, "Elias is not human." Mara's eyes dart nervously, ensuring their privacy in the crowded space. "I have been hiding something," Mara confesses, her voice barely audible. Fluorescent lights expose Mara's stark shadow on the wall, a normal facade hiding something sinister in the sheriff's station. The shadow splits, revealing a monstrous form lurking within, a horrifying truth dawning in Reeve's eyes. "You've been competing with the glass collector?" Reeve asks, the question hanging heavy with dread. Mara flicks open a switchblade, the glint of steel exposing a hidden agenda, a long-held secret now revealed. The evidence room descends into chaos as Mara, a storm of rage, attacks Elias. Elias's glass eye whirls, catching the light as fury consumes Mara. Sparks erupt as the lights burst, plunging the room into deeper darkness. The grinding of metal and shattering glass fill the air. A wet spray of blood marks the violent struggle in the shadows. The evidence room becomes a scene of destruction and raw, unleashed vengeance. Silence reigns in the sheriff's evidence room. Reeve is alone, the air thick with unspoken dread. A lone figure with a distinct limp approaches, the only sound in the oppressive quiet. A flashlight beam pierces the gloom, revealing Elias, his smile too wide to be genuine. Elias holds Mara's switchblade, its sharp metal glinting ominously in the stark light. The silence deepens, heavy with unspoken threat. In the disarray of the evidence room, dust motes swirl around Reeve as he scans the chaotic space, panic etched on his face, his voice tight with fear. Reeve cries out, "Where is Mara?" Elias's chilling reply echoes in the room, "In pieces." The dread hangs heavy as Reeve absorbs the horrifying truth. Elias advances, his grip tightening as he grabs Reeve's coat. The gesture is a silent threat, heavy with unspoken implications. In the sheriff's evidence room, dust motes swirl in the air under a bare bulb, the silence broken only by hushed tones. Elias leans in, his words a chilling whisper, "I collect eyes, and Mara collected lies." The scent of forgotten things hangs heavy as shadows play across Reeve's face, a silent acknowledgement of the dark words. "You collect stories, Reeve. You must tell this one well," Elias says, his breath ghosting over Reeve's ear. Inside the sheriff's station, Reeve's eyes widen as something cold slips into his coat pocket, an unwelcome intrusion. He retrieves the object, another glass eye, its vacant stare mirroring a growing unease. Elias looms, his face inches away, casting a long shadow of menace over Reeve. A sinister smile stretches across Elias's face, a silent promise of further torment and dread. The close proximity amplifies Reeve's vulnerability, the glass eye a chilling reminder of Elias's dark game. Reeve's car streaks down the highway, a desperate escape from Blackridge Hollow. Inside, Reeve's face is ashen, his eyes wide with lingering horror. He grips the steering wheel, knuckles white, a silent scream trapped in his throat. The sun beats down, but offers no warmth to the chill that grips Reeve's soul. Every shadow seems to hold a memory, every mile a reminder of what he's fled. Reeve's apartment is now his war room, littered with case files and scattered notes. Reeve sits amidst the chaos, his face etched with exhaustion. His eyes dart around the room, a reflection of his growing paranoia. Every shadow seems to hold a threat. Every sound amplifies his fear. The weight of the case is visibly crushing him. A delivery person leaves a mysterious package at Reeve's door, setting off a chain of uneasy anticipation. Reeve's face is etched with apprehension as he retrieves the package, his heart pounding with dread. Trembling hands tear open the wrapping, revealing a secret hidden beneath layers of paper. Inside the box, nestled on a bed of crimson velvet, lies a single glass eye, a haunting note declares. Reeve's eyes dart across the cryptic note, his brow furrowing with growing unease as he deciphers the hidden message. He focuses on the glass eye, its gaze seeming to bore into Reeve's soul. A wave of dread washes over him, his face contorting with a chilling realization. The story isn't over, not until you see what I see. whispers a voice, deepening the mystery. Blackridge Hollow lies silent under a veil of fog, the darkness concealing unseen threats. An unsettling stillness hangs in the air, the town desolate, as if holding its breath. The fog-laden streets hint at a lurking evil, a presence that refuses to dissipate. The eerie quiet whispers of a dormant darkness awaiting the return of Reeve, an ominous sign. The town's desolation is a silent promise of the terrors to come.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.